Simple tenses. Tenses in English language indicate the time when an action or an event occurs, whether sometime in the past or in the present or in the future. So, children, the study of tenses plays a crucial role in your understanding of the English language and its application, be it spoken or written. To put it in a simple way, the word tense in English grammar indicates or shows the time of an action or an event. Since a tense is a verb based method used to indicate or show the time of an action or an event, it is also called as verb tense. Simply put, tenses are nothing but verbs that indicate the time of an action or an event. There are three main verb tenses. The first one is simple present. The second one is simple past. And the third one is simple future. Let's now get into the details of each of these, children. Simple present tense. Check out this video, children. Here, the sun shines brightly. In this sentence, the verb is shines and it talks about an action that is happening in the present. So we say the verb is in the simple present tense. Next is simple past or simple past tense. Here is a boy who says, I studied English yesterday. In this sentence, the verb is studied. And the verb studied indicates an action that occurred in the past. So here, the verb is in the past tense. Simple future is the third verb tense. Here, the boy says, I will watch a movie tomorrow. In this sentence, the verbs will watch indicate an action that will happen tomorrow or in the future. So the verb here is in future tense. Now, let's go into the rules of tenses by looking into a few more examples. Simple present tense. The first example is the sun rises in the east. In this sentence, the verb rises indicates a present action. The second example is he brushes his teeth every day. In this sentence, the verb brushes is in the simple present. Coming to the third example, I study every day. Here, the verb study is in simple present tense. Based on these examples, we can say that verbs in simple present tense indicate habits or general truths. In this case, the verb simply ends with a s or es, or it retains the base form as given in the third example. Simple past tense. Children, let's now go through the basic rule of simple past tense. The first example here is I studied English yesterday, says the boy. In this sentence, the verb studied indicates an action that occurred in the past. So the verb studied is in the past tense form. Moving on to the second example, the boy says, my father taught me chess last year. In this sentence, the verb taught indicates an action that occurred last year or in the past. So the verb taught is in the past tense form. So children, we can conclude that verbs in simple past tense indicate actions that happened or occurred in the past. In this case, we use the second form of the verb and the regular verbs end with ed. Children, let me briefly explain to you what regular and irregular verbs are. An English verb can be regular or irregular. Regular verbs form their past and past participle form by adding ed, whereas irregular verbs form their past and past participle forms in different ways. First, let's go through some examples of regular verbs, children. So the words walk, dance, paint, and work are the base or the root form of the word. Now, in order to make the past tense form of these words, we added ed. So, regular verbs are verbs that form their past tense by adding ed to the base or root form of the verb. Now, coming to irregular verbs, these are a few examples, children. Burn, see, think, sing are the base form of the verbs. Here, in order to get the past tense or the past participle forms, we do not add ed. As you can see, the verb burn in the past tense becomes burned, and the same is followed in past participle form. The verb see becomes saw in the past tense form, whereas think becomes thought and sing becomes sang. So, children, I hope you understood the difference between regular verbs and irregular verbs. Let's now check out the rules of the third verb tense, which is simple future tense. In the first picture, the boy says, "My school will open tomorrow." In this sentence, the verbs are will open and it indicates an action that will happen in the future. So the verb is in the future tense. Similarly, in the second sentence, "I will play with my friends in the evening." The verbs will play indicate or denote an action that is yet to happen. So we can conclude that verbs in simple future tense indicate actions that will happen in the future. In this case, the verb simply begins with the helping verb will. Before we conclude this session, let's go through a few more examples. The first sentence given here is "I am a teacher." Here, the verb is in the simple present tense and it is am. And this past tense form of am is was. So we can rewrite this sentence in simple past tense form as "I was a teacher." The same sentence can be rewritten in simple future tense as "I will be a teacher." The next example is "She is a student of mine." Here, the verb is and the past tense of is was. So this sentence can be rewritten in simple past tense as "She was a student of mine." And in the simple future tense, it becomes "She will be a student of mine." The next example is Ravi sings at school. The past tense of the verb sings is sang. So we can rewrite the sentence as Ravi sang at school. Now in the simple future tense, we can rewrite the sentence Ravi will sing at school. Many thanks for watching, children. Have a great day.